Hello everybody, welcome back to another lesson. Um, this lesson we're going to continue our steam boiler model. Let's start now. Um, first, if you're finished the function make height split mat, we got up to the BSDF, this part dot equals nt dot nodes dot new part. Now let's finish it up. So out is nt.nodes.new shader node BSDF principal. What? Shader node. No, it's output material. Sorry. Shader node output material. Okay, now nt dot links dot new obj dot outputs object sep dot inputs vector. So nt is the node tree, links, so a new link, the object vector, and we're just gonna start with the links, which are well, you'll see later. But for right now, let's just create the links, and then this one is not object, it's sep, which is sep shader node separate okay, so separate, and then, well, since judging from this you can see that we need to define if it's x, y, or z. It's z, because what we're gonna do with this is just you're gonna use this to define where the water level is, and the water level is up and down. So the z axis. Next link. Oh wait, this thing is still the same. And gt.inputs 0. GT, where is GT? Okay, now it's shader node math, so we're gonna link the outputs z with with math, and they're gonna use a math symbol which tells us that if it's above this point in z, it's white, and below it's water, and then we're linking object, so obj the text coordinate to the vectors, so like the vector, so like places, I guess. nt.links.new gt.outputs 0 mix.inputs fac. So gt math, right? Shader node math. The operation is greater than, so if the z is greater than something, then mix.inputs. So the shader node mix RGB, so it's mixed color. So this is where we define, like, if it's above it, it's actually I have a picture. Wait, let me get the picture out. Here. So this is the level over here, outputs.z, and then if it's greater than the level, it's white, below it's blue, so that's the mix, because there are multiple colors in the mix. Okay. So we're gonna do something similar to this. So C1 and C2, so the two colors. C1 and C2. Mixed out inputs 1 and 2. So see lower color, higher color. So the parameters over here, we're gonna find the low color and the high color, but it's like blue and the white. Since you already know what the model looks like, and so these three lines just tell you if it's above, then do white. If it's below, do blue. Okay, nt.links.new mix.outputs 0 bsdf.inputs base color. So BSDF is the shader node base color. So like, well, it's just the base color of the sphere. It's self-explanatory. nt.links.new bsdf.outputs bsdf out the inputs surface, so we know that the color is on the surface. Yeah, I actually put a comment there. Now I need to do is return matte. Okay, so matte is well, the mixed color thing. So returning the texture you want. The texture you want that says we want two colors on this thing. Below this line is this, but above that line is that. Okay, now we can start adding our material, which will, yeah, you just start adding your materials. So I'm gonna do the fancy thing now. Equal sign materials equal sign. Now it is very fancy. Steel matte, water matte, steam matte, bubble matte, feed matte, drum fill matte. So just finding the materials that we need for when we apply them. These are the matters that we apply. So we need the collector steel, the wire, the steam bubble, and then the drum film mat, which is this thing. So the first what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 we'll be using the simple material. Because well, the material is just simple. Like none of the only one color, none of the two colors on one object thing. Steel matte is simple material. Its name is steel because that's what it is. 0.25, 0.26, 0.28, and 1 are the colors. Metallic, steel is metallic, 0.8. Rough is 0.35. So, yeah. Steel, yeah, metallic. Rough, yes. It's not very rough. Steel isn't rough. It's more smooth. And this color is like gray, so steel. Simple material. Water, blue. Because water is blue. 0.05. This is the red, so and in water you can only see red. And green. There's more green in water. No. This is blue. Yeah, it's red, blue, green. Wait, what? Is it red, blue, green, or red, green, blue? Well, oh wait, yeah, it's red, green, blue. 0.8 for the blue because it has the most, and then metallic is 2.0, roughness is 0.15. So it's not very rough or metallic because water isn't metallic or rough. Simple material. Now the wind is steam, so steam, white. It's white, so 0.95, 0.95 and 1. So all of them are high, which would make a pretty high color. And then the opacity. Is that how you say it? Well, I mean, how you can kind of see through it, so it's 0.6, not like 1 like the others. Alright then, metallic 0.0, roughness is 0.2, and this time we have to add alpha 0.6, because if you look at here, see if alpha is below 1.0 then it's opaque. What? Yeah, if it's below 1.0, if it's yeah, it's blend if alpha is okay, so it's blend, so which means we need alpha. And actually, I want to do something oops, just gonna control C that. I'm gonna do something similar over here. So simple material. It's not steam white, but it's bubble. The colors are kind of similar, but they have a few things off. It's more transparent, and yeah, alpha is 0.4, and it's gonna be less rough. 0.2 being 0.05 instead. Way less rough. Finally, feed mat, so the feed water. So the water you give to a thing to boil. I'm pretty sure. Material. Feed water. 0.1, 0.9, 0.9, 1.0, so greenish blue. Metallic is 0, rough is 0.2. Now finally we need a drum fill mat. This thing over here, which has 2 colors in it, so we're gonna use the latest helper, the function make height split mat. Its name is drum fill because it's the circle thing is cut drum, and we're gonna fill that. Next is low color, which is the water. So 3.5. We don't need this. 3.5, 0.9, and then 1, because with the most blue, then green. It makes sense because it's water. And the high color is the white steam thing, so we actually have the most red, but we also have the most blue, so green and red opposites. A little bit of blue, which should make a kind of, well, it'll make this color. And then the level, so when it, so where it cuts off is 0.25, so see this is kind of 0.25 up here. So yeah, that makes sense. Alright, now we move on to our second thing, which is the drums. Already had drum fill mat, but we haven't built the drums yet, you've noticed. So we're gonna build the drums in this lesson. Okay, so let's do that. Oops. So drums. Wait. Actually, change of plan. Let's make glass first. Glass material. Glass. Yeah, let's hold off on drums first. UI dot data dot materials dot new glass pipe. Glass dot use nodes is true. Glass BSDF is glass dot node tree dot nodes print support BSDF. So glass is I think it's like this thing. It looks, yeah, that's glassy, and then so is that. These are metal, but then actually no, that's just a reflection. Yeah, it's just that's glass. GBSDF, and then we need the inputs, right? So oh wait, I copied a line of that. Alright. Base color. No, okay. That's not supposed to be underscore. Default value is 95.98.1.00.5. And then, so this is, you can see here it's transparent, and it's all of the numbers are relatively high, with just slightly more blue in it. And then transmission width the default value is 1.0. So transmission weight. Now let's get out the website we used last time. And because transmission weight is not as clear. So weight. Is that the weight? Transition. That transition is transmission weight. Transmission weight. Okay, so bind between the fuse surface and surface temperature. So are either fully diffused or subsurface. So I can see lighting is kind of different. I guess it kind of gets darker. So I guess you can say that's what it does. Roughness. Dot default value is 0.05. G BSDF dot inputs alpha dot default value is 0.5. Glass dot blend method is equal to blend. Okay. Now we can do the drums. Single steam drum with split shader. So split shader is, well, the two colors, right and the steam drum. So the top one, the one with the steam and the water, BP.ops. Mess up primitive UV sphere. Add segments is 64. Ring count is 32. Radius is 0.6. And location is 0.1.8. Segments and rings, so, well, we can't create a perfect sphere. So you can see there's actually like squares together, and then the rings are how much outer rings of these squares there are. Segments are just the segments on them. Okay. Now, steam drum is bpy.context object, so that's its name in Python, and then steam drum. Well, we also need a name in Blender, so steam drum data materials clear. So any existing materials will be cleared, so you can add the new thing. So this is the first time we're going to use our mat. Drum fill mat, our split thing. So we're telling it split. Top one is this, bottom one is water. Okay. Now the lower drum. So the lower drum. The drum which over here looks completely like water. And we can actually copy a lot of stuff from here. The first thing we change is obviously the location. Because they're not in the same place. But we only need to change the this thing -0.2 Actually, let's make it a bit smaller, 0.5, 0 point, so it's a bit shifted, and it's lower. Okay, and then it's not called steam drum, it's called lower drum. We accidentally turned on caps lock. Then the lower drum's name in Blender is not steam drum. It's lower drum. And steam drum, it's not steam drum. It's lower drum. And then it's not drum fill mat. We're gonna use water mat. And okay. Now that we've created the drums, the last thing we need to do is apply the steel and steam bubble feed mats to the pipes and stuff. And that's what we're going to do. So go to the bottom of our code and type assign materials. Riser is glass, and then others are steel. So for O in riser V down V feed main out V1 out V2. So we're gonna use well, these things, the riser, so riser V down V, so this and that, and then the feed main add pipe F0, so F3, so where is it? So this is the feed, so we're going to use the feed for that, and finally we have out 1, out V2, switch our outlet V1, outlet V2, S0, S1, so, oh, this is the out, so that thing, O, so everything over here, dot data, dot materials, dot append, glass, and then for O, and down, H1, down, H2, riser, H1, riser, H2, the horizontal things, O dot data dot materials dot append is steel mat. So I guess we have more glass than I originally said. Do I need a comma? What's so we could have run it. We could run it. To, we're done with the code, so I ran it. But looks like there's something that links sent you. Like a surface. So BSDF that inputs base color. Balancing text perfect. You forgot a comma. I don't think I forgot a comma. Let's look at it. Oh, but I see. I've actually closed that parentheses. And I did it for here either. I keep forgetting to close my parentheses. Low color is not defined. Yes, it is. Low color. Drum fill. Low color. fill. Not defined. Well, my model is gone. Why is it not defined? Oh, wait. Do I need to add a equal sign? I do. Line 87. Shader node separate X, Y, Z. So line 52. Shader node separate X, Y, Z. And then also line 87. Make height. Okay, so shader node separate X, Y, Z. Shader node separate and I put high color C1 key 1 is not found. Mix inputs 1, mix inputs 2. Low color, high color, GT inputs, mix inputs. Oh. No parentheses. Okay. The drum fill mat. Stream drum, steam drum. And then I forgot to put this one as lower. Out one. Out view. Okay. Finally. So let's first go to modeling, because I don't want to make it super slow with shading. You can see our model is done. Okay, now let's go to shading and see how it looks like that. And it's gonna take a while, obviously, but it's never going to take that long. I'll get back to you when it loads, but it'll probably take like a minute. Okay, so it's done. You see the lower drum, water mat. Okay, so well, I don't think my water mat fully loaded yet, but it should look like that blue. Okay, and now let's click down here. See, these are the nodes over here that I was talking about last lesson. See, these are all the little things that we can use to adjust. We can actually adjust things over here like this. See, that's threshold 0.25. We can lower it. We can make it higher. Yeah, so that's fun. Okay. So some of my things also haven't loaded. But, alright, that's actually water. Matte, simple water, blue, 0.05. Uh, let's just, yeah, see, they're the same, so I don't think, I just think it just didn't fully load yet. So, that's it for this lesson. See you in another lesson. Bye.